Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for the final Good Charlotte Marathon Studio album review. This is going to be a re-review for Generation RX that I did review back in 2018 or whatever. Sorry, I dropped something from my spiral notebook and it got out or whatever. But yeah, this I did the review in 2018 when I did review it at that time, but I'm gonna re-review it and give you my honest thoughts on it as of in 2021, at the end of 2021, I should say, because 2022 is almost here. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this Generation RX again, and let you know my thoughts on what I think of it now. So let's dive into this review, this re-review. So it starts off with the title track, Generation RX, and I really like it. I think it's pretty good. Um, it was a really good song. I wouldn't call it a necessary banger. It's the intro to the album, and pretty much they made this album about people struggling with opioid uh, addiction and all that. So yeah, it's pretty serious matter that they were touching on that subject for the meaning of the album. So people that suffer going through this addiction and trying to recover from it. So, yeah, Generation RX, the title track, really describes what depression, what addiction, kind of addiction you go through, even if it's opioid addiction or whatever other kind of addiction that you go through. Uh, it could be something having to do with toxic people too. That's an addiction too. So yeah, I'm gonna give Generation RX a 5 out of 5 for the title track. Self Help was a really amazing song. I like Joel Madden singing in it. Um, really goes into much more descriptive detail on how people are going through depression and they're battling their demons by fighting it every day and depression and anxiety and suicidal thoughts and all that. So this song really touches on this matter. Shadow Boxer definitely touches on that too, and so does Actual Pain. I like both those songs. They're getting 5 out of 5s. They were great. I like the lyrical choices that Joel Madden comes up with Shadow Boxers, with I remember suffering, with every single word they said. I can always hear them. I can always hear them. That gets a little repetitive, but still. He mentioned even when I ran away, the voices in my head, they stayed. I could always hear them. I could always hear them. So it does get a bit repetitive with some pre-chorus moments or close to the pre-chorus, but still I enjoyed Shadow Boxer 5 out of 5, and Actual Pain was about someone that's suffering with depression and feels like they are dealing with a bad physical depression. So I can totally relate to what this song is describing. So 5 out of 5. Prayers, not a bad song. I don't hate it as much as I did when I reviewed it in 2018. You can definitely go check out my review for it. I did give it an 8 out of 10 when I reviewed it, but this time around I'm actually returning to this album a lot more. I think this is one of their best albums in their discography, in my opinion. So 4.5 out of 5 for Prayers. The meaning behind it, I like the meaning and the message that it's trying to send out about. I saw the music video where it's showing this guy and his family that are being terrorized by ICE and feeling like they're gonna be kicked out of the US and all that, or something like that. I don't fucking know, but it's pretty shitty. Uh, so yeah, Prayers is getting a 4.5 out of 5. Cold Song was really good. Uh, just about someone that's basically going through something, and uh, I like the lyrics that Joel Madden comes up with in this song. This whole album has very good lyricism. With certain songs. Um, I think majority of the songs have really good lyricism. Leech is one of my favorite songs with Sam Carter from Architects in this song. Very outstanding song, 5 out of 5 for me on that one. This is a song you can definitely rock out to at their live show. So definitely a good job on this Good Charlotte. Um, Better Demons is about some girl who was dealing with someone in their family that potentially raped them. It's pretty fucked up. Um, but it really goes into descriptive detail towards the end of the song with the little girl saying uh, that she's getting physically abused or whatever else it happens in that. It doesn't go into really descriptive detail, but when I hear that, I'm like, holy shit, I really feel sorry for that that poor girl. So yeah, um, 5 out of 5 for that song. It was a really good song. I like the meaning behind the song and what the message is trying to send out. So California really took the album off track a bit, but nothing to the extent where it was terrible. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5, like I originally gave it. Overall, production, mixing, and execution. This album was a lot better than I thought. Um, this is one of their best albums in their discography. It's the last album they came out with in 2018, and I hope they drop a new album next year because if they keep going the route they're going with this good shit that they came up with, uh, then they'll become a better band, and they'll. It's just writing good lyricism and how the songs are going to sound is the main concern for in my personal opinion, how an album's going to play out. So overall, I think Good Charlotte Generation RX was a pretty good listen. Highly recommend you check this album out if you haven't listened to it yet. It's only 32 minutes of an album, so you're not in for a long listen. So for a score for me, I'm giving Good Charlotte Generation RX for the re-review now in 2021 an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good album. I really like this album. I do want to own this album, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to right now. Probably in 2022 or so, but I'll just wait and see what happens. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Good Charlotte Generation RX review if you enjoyed it, and if you've heard this album, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. And like I said, if you enjoyed this review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I will be returning to you hopefully tonight for another video. I haven't decided what yet, but it might be a possible movie review. If not, you'll see it throughout the weekend, I think. I'm still a few weeks behind on movies to review. But majority-wise, next week I should be able to get some movie reviews out of the way. And I'll try to watch the new Spider-Man No Way Home movie. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but I'm gonna review The Witcher Season 2 probably next week sometime. I gotta watch the whole season 2 to see what I think of it. But you'll see that coming up next week for before I go on vacation, because I'm going on vacation uh some for a little bit, so I won't be doing videos from the 25th to 26th, and probably the 27th you'll see a video. But stay safe, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this album review for a re-review of Generation RX. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. And as always, I will see you in my next review.